Hey guys, as I promised, here's the video in which I will walk you through the unboxing and first impressions of the new iPad Pro 2018, which by the way arrived earlier than I expected, actually 7 days earlier. And this is all going to be from my perspective as an artist working in the entertainment industry. So yeah, let's jump right in and open this thing, right? Come on. As you can imagine, I was extremely excited both to open this thing and share my thoughts and experience with you guys. So this is my very first Apple product, and I don't consider myself an Apple fanboy. So, well, at least for now. So I think that will help making my conclusions more neutral and balanced. All right, so as I proceed to open the box, I'm already thinking about the way Apple presents its stuff in such a simple, clean way. Well, clean way. I'll get to that later. First thing to open was the Apple Pencil. It's awesome. I don't have the previous version to compare them, but this new one feels so nice. They had an option on their website because I bought it online, straight from apple.com. They gave me an option to engrave a few words on it for free. So I wrote this as a reminder. Something to remind myself that if I truly want something, it's always up to me to make it happen. So the next thing was the big boy, of course. Struggled a bit to lift the box cover, but when I did, well, I'm gonna play the original clip for this. Oh my god, it's so thin, man. Whoa. I was looking forward to this moment, to have this finally in my hands and try it as my own iPad. Man, this is crazy. So as you can imagine, I was expecting it to come completely new and without any signs of being previously manipulated. But since I also engraved my name on the back of it, somehow it made sense, right? To come with some marks on it or some fingerprints or whatever. Well, I think I can see like this has been obviously manipulated somehow. Like I see some rests of probably sweat over here. Some fingerprints over there. Not sure if you guys can see it. Oh yeah, much better now. See over here, there's one right there. There's also, maybe only with the light reflecting on it, it's right there, around this area. Not sure how to show it to you, but it's just that I don't seem to accept the fact that such an expensive toy, well, it's not a toy, but such an expensive device comes with these marks on it. It's I don't know. I mean, of course I can just clean it myself, I'm not that dumb, right? But since it was not just the screen, I mean, it had a little scratch on the side of it, just where the Apple Pencil is supposed to be attached to the iPad by magnets. Well, whatever it is, right? A scratch, a mark, I don't know. It's on the side of it and it won't bother me too much. So I was somehow okay with it after all. And I started using it. So I set up my Apple account and I bought my first program, my first app, which was Procreate. And that was the first thing I did when I turned it on for the first time. Now, I must mention that the cover case and the glass screen protector, they did not arrive on time, and I had to use it nude. I mean, the iPad, not myself. And yeah, well, that was weird. You know, since it has like a bumpy camera on the back, you cannot lay it completely flat on the desk or table, whatever. I mean, you can do it, but it feels so uncomfortable. I mean, I was afraid I was going to break it or something, so I would rather just lay it down on the couch, on my bed, whatever soft surface, right? I was avoiding any hard surfaces. Probably nothing wrong can happen, but I just wanted to make sure I'm extremely careful with it, at least for the first days, until those things arrive and I can, you know, have the cover on it and the screen protector and everything, because those things will make all at the same level on the back of it, like the camera and the rest of it will be all flat, so I can lay it down and that's it. So I used it this way for a few days until the case finally arrived. I found out that working in that position really hurt my back after a few minutes only. So the best pose was to lay my back on a bed or couch, or to work with the iPad, placing it on a table or desk that has a decent height. By lifting one of the white sides of it using the case, everything improved a lot. It was obviously much more comfortable, especially to unlock it in case I leave for a moment and it turns the screen off and locks itself. Because, you know, this thing has no physical home button. And so you just double tap the screen or push the physical lock button, and the front facing camera is already scanning what's in its field of view, looking for a face to recognize. And this was a bit annoying when I was laying the iPad flat before I had the cover case. I always had to sit up a bit and place my face on top of the camera. But not a problem anymore. So yeah, I'd recommend getting one of these cover cases. This one is magnetic, just like the original. I bought it on Amazon, much cheaper, because I honestly couldn't afford the original one's price, which was pretty insane to me for a case. But as I'm learning recently, hey, it's Apple, right? You have to deal with it. And I'm actually dealing with it. That's why I'm going to leave you the Amazon link in the description down below, and so you can check it out by yourself. All right, now software-wise, I'm not going to go through iOS features or anything since I haven't explored too much of it, but I can say it has a very cool looking camera. It's pretty nice, and for us designers, it's a good tool for taking references and using them on our designs. I don't believe you should use the pictures you take with it for matte painting stuff. It's not comparable to a DSLR camera, obviously, but it is very decent for what I said. The only thing I can say about the gesture and navigation tool is that they're pretty awesome for not having a home button, a physical home button, and a virtual one too, I guess. You just swipe up and that's it, you're home. You can also switch between different apps by swiping sideways from the bottom of the screen, bring in the dock with a similar gesture to the home thing, and just visualize all your open apps by swiping up and holding a bit. Let's move on with the painting software. So as I said before, the first thing I downloaded from the App Store was Procreate. Things are organized in a different way here. Coming from Photoshop, I felt a bit lost when trying to find how to do certain adjustments and stuff, but the brush engine is really smooth. I've only been using the standard brushes and they're pretty cool. I like the feeling of the pencil brush because when you tilt the pencil, it actually simulates the shape of the nib, so the stroke behaves differently. This is a cool feature, but I realize it has some flaws as well. Like for instance, the tilt range between a crisp and a wide stroke is pretty thin, so it sometimes suddenly changes and the line behaves in a weird way. But I haven't really messed with any options in the settings. I can't really talk about this. Well, and this is not really too different from the system that they have on Wacom screens, right? Like the Wacom stylus has a different behavior. Perhaps it's not as sensible to tilting and all that stuff. But I mean, the Apple Pencil one, to me at least, it's way better. Another cool feature is the double tap on the Apple Pencil. In the way they advertise it, it makes you believe that it only works if you tap on the flat side of the pencil. This is something that doesn't work at all in Sketchbook, another drawing app by Autodesk. I downloaded it as well. Yeah, I wanted to try it. So, however, I liked more the line drawing feeling on this app because the brush feel was much closer to Photoshop perhaps. It has cool feature too, but I'm not getting into them in this video. The only one I still have to try is Art Studio Pro. As far as I'm concerned, this is the closest thing to Photoshop you will ever find for iPad. until a real Photoshop app gets released next year, of course. So I saw it on Randy Vargas's YouTube channel. You should check his channel, by the way. His work is amazing. It's top-notch. I still lack a lot of practice with these programs and everything, but I will slowly catch up to you guys. I have a lot of client work left to finish this month, and I'm taking a break from the iPad anyway, because I'm sending it back. But don't worry, don't worry. I expect it to come back as soon as possible. Do you know the expression, "It's okay, it's just a scratch"? You know? Well, that doesn't apply here, for me at least. Maybe the tip of the pencil caught a dust particle when I was laying down a paint stroke, but I don't think that's how scratches work anyway. If that's enough to make a scratch on this thing, it would be the most sensitive device out there, ever. It happened to me a while back with my Cintiq. I found out there was a couple of scratches there as well. I mean, what's going on with these pencils they give you with the tablets, man? I mean, you can call me a drama queen if you want, but since I'm paying $1,100 for this, I expected at least to come completely clean and without any signs of usage previously. Again, I'm an oversensitive dude with these things, and I have had it on some kind of exclusive place just for the iPad itself. It was like an altar kind of thing. I was treating it with extreme care and not even taking it out of home unless I had the cover case and the glass protector screen. But none of these things were true, so home usage, only here, only at home. Alright, so when I was wiping and cleaning the screen for the first time, once all those greasy fingerprints and the crisp lines the Apple Pencil's tip was living on the screen, that little sucker finally revealed himself, getting me into this low vibe state of mind. I had to meet some friends that night and I just didn't want to go. I was like, oh my god. So I thought, no way. I wiped it again and again and again, and it wasn't dust. It was a real scratch. It even distorted the image behind it a bit. You will probably never tell at first sight, but just by knowing it's there makes me sick. So the option to send it back and ask for a refund was still there. I took it, and I expect to be able to have a new one soon. Meanwhile, the screen protector should arrive, and as soon as the iPad lands on here, I'm shielding it up with everything I have from the first second I open it. So, in conclusion, this is a pretty damn fast and powerful machine, and a pretty sensitive as well, as we have seen. But it's definitely recommended if you are someone who wants to keep sketching and get some work done when you're far away from your main workstation, or you just want to start, you know, laying down some quick ideas, or maybe you just want to maybe do some plein air paintings or start studying from something else than just pictures. You know, you want to get out there and you want to paint, do live drawing sessions with something else than just line drawing. You could use, of course, your set of watercolors, oil painting, canvas, whatever you have, right? But if you don't want to carry all that around, that's me, by the way. If you don't want to carry all that around, you can use this thing. I can use it as a portfolio display to show my work to potential clients when attending certain events, and even just show my work, you know, to show my work to other professional artists, asking them for feedback and how to improve and stuff like that. I've heard someone who can even start and finish work on the iPad Pro, and it looks definitely amazing. It's like, I didn't know you could do that with only an iPad. But anyway, I think this is pretty much all I have to say right now about this experience. So I hope you liked the video, and please make sure you stay tuned because I have more stuff coming up soon. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done already. That's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye guys, stay creative.